Okay, now that basically I have all the other parts installed, time for the cylinder set. Let's take a look at the parts that come in the modified cylinder set. You can find this at your local stores. It's going to come with a aluminum air seal nozzle, or aluminum cylinder head, the air seal nozzle as well with the O-ring inside, double O-ring, rubber bumper, pretty sweet. Polycarb piston head with bearing plates, good. It comes with a ported cylinder, these are really good, and a very good stock piston. These are good, I like them, but I'm going to go ahead and upgrade with the Ultra piston, and I'm going to do the AOE as well, show you what I do. And this is good. Basically I'll just put this aside and install these parts, run the stock piston, try to break it, and then that's just what I do. So let me put these aside real quick. Let me go ahead and get started, show you how to put those parts in. So take it apart again. I'm bleeding for you guys. And still unsure of what type of motor to put in this. Might just run the stock, but I don't know, because I do have speed gears. It depends. Depends if I go and get parts. But yeah. I'll open this up. Basically this is replacing the air cylinder set. So your compression, if you have low compression, this is what you need to do. F it. Might as well put that in and show you, look, the wear. Might as well do 2 piston installs. Okay, put the screws aside. Open. Bam. Okay. Basically, stock piston. Little nick there, that's fine, whatever. Okay, stock piston, tappet plate, and spring. I'm going to leave stock. I like the stock parts, they're fine. Basically, I'm replacing the stock nozzle and the cylinder head. The cylinder head's good. 1 O-ring. It's a basically 2-part. You have the jet here and the little part there. It's okay. This one's pretty good. It's an upgraded one, so put those aside. Whatever. Okay. Highly recommended. You grease and oil this. You can use the Echo grease set, Madball grease set. I just got a tub of stuff over here. So apply a decent amount. You don't need to go crazy. You know, just a little. And then on the inside, basically put on your finger and basically you just want to reduce friction and all that. Not too much though, otherwise you get all this stuff in your barrel and your BB's all crazy. So just a little. And press on like so. Make sure, for everything, for the love of God, make sure you have this hole on the back. Many times I will see upgrade RMA guns that come in like this. It's like, really? Brian, my gun isn't shooting far. Of course, you have that much air pressure. So make sure you have that. And personal preference, since I am primarily right-handed, I have the port on this side just because it's what I do and how I work on it, I can see. So yeah, it doesn't make sense. Put a little on right here and grab your nozzle, work it in there, make sure it gets on that O-ring, and you're good. Grab a little extra, put it on there, kind of twist, get it all up in there. So when it goes back, makes a little seal, and you're good. Okay, now for the piston and piston head. Okay, just put a little and put the screw in there, and you're good. And for the piston, I'm not going to do anything crazy. First, I'm going to make sure whenever you, well, this of course is going to work, it's modify. But see if you have aftermarket in a different company, make sure it fits. I have the screw sticking right here. I will put Loctite on the final step, but I will be opening this again, put a new piston on. So, tighten. If you tighten too much, you will break that little plastic part. And, oh, compression test. Notice a little shine right there. I'm going to add just a little more. Just a little. You don't want too much. That's good. If you notice, if you put your finger like this, of course it's going to make a good seal. A better way to test, I like to hold the tappet plate like this on the side so the nozzle isn't all the way back. And then you do the same. And that's better. It's good. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the AOE. Wow! Okay. Line it up. Put that aside. And spin. Grab. Oh, dude. It hits. So, well, sort of. Depends on the orientation. But what I'm going to do is cut it real quick. I'm not going to scoot the piston back or anything. I'm just going to cut it and show you that you can adjust the AOE, but you don't have to all the time. Okay, and if you want, you can get a file, clean it, and good. So now when you have piston in here, it spins, oh, grabs it. And that's pretty good for being basically a stock drop-in. That's pretty good. You know, you don't need to worry more. Everybody says preferred is like that. Unsure about that, but I'll show you. I'll show you what I do sometimes. So, okay, that's cool. Let me go ahead and put this in. Some tricks that I do with the tappet plate is run your finger along the finger test. Notice like little burrs and everything. So, just clean it. All I'm doing is like just breaking the corner. That's it. And you have just junk flying off. You can drop in a new tappet plate if you want. But my motto is if it's not broke, don't fix it. So it kind of goes against what I say. I usually, like on my personal guns, if you check out my Brian Echo1 Facebook page, I honestly use stock parts until they break, or if I'm given parts to try. But other than that, stock parts are plenty good. So, good. And you can add a little grease on the sides. I'm just using like the lithium grease. Nothing too crazy. Scoot that back. Greasy. And good. Okay. Put it back together. Drop the spring in. Then we get this little part. Up. Plastic. And close it. Check the piston. Good. And close it. And then I'm going to put the grip on and the motor and shoot it again. And basically when you're building your airsoft gun, it's very easy to put the parts in, like watching this video, but if you kind of don't understand how to do the parts and the reasons why you install these parts or that part, you can break stuff. So it's always good to get advice. You can ask me, like on my fan page. I'm always there to help, or you can check with the local store. I would say check with your local store first, just because they'll, one, have the parts for you, and two, be able to help you. I am addicted to Facebook. It'll help like basically in the middle of the night, but please don't exploit that. But yeah, it's always good to support your local store. So, I don't know. But if you get my advice, the store's advice, and then like whatever you see online, that's 3 opinions. So, if they're all basically saying the same thing, it's safe to assume that it's good to go with that info. So, just in case you're wondering. And close it.
Classical music gold mine. All your favorites are right here, and a whole world of new music to discover. So if you're in the mood for a little Bach, Beethoven, or Brahms, just get searching.
Oops. And fire it up. Switch to full. Gotta dust it.
You've got nothing to lose but the ads.
Try this. Nice. Cool. Okay, yeah. Looks good. Yeah. So I just dropped in the modified cylinder set, so it's a new air seal nozzle, cylinder head, cylinder, piston, and piston head, and ran it with the little decent LiPo it's going to come with, and then also the big brick LiPo. It's like a 45C, 5000 milliamp, 11.1. Maybe that was like what, 200 rounds or so. So far, so good. And yeah.